Okay, alright, I think we shall continue our session lah. Okay, first of all, I would like to ask for those who hasn't submit their task 2, yeah, because I just checked just now. I can only notice 20 submissions. So for those who hasn't submitted their task 2, please submit as soon as possible, because for the attendance I'll be taking from the submission, right? If you didn't submit, so there will be no attendance. So for those yang belum submit, please submit task 2. Okay, for task 1, I think moment ya. I think all of you have already submitted them. 23 or 24. Yes, 23. So one is missing. Okay, so if you didn't submit the task 1, any of your tasks for assignments, the attendance will not be taken. So please make sure you submit them. All right. Okay, so today we will continue with our next what we call it, features in the Altium 17 software lah. So what is the features that we can proceed after we design our schematic diagram? Okay. What's the notes? Okay, so I'll share with you the notes here, but you can download it from the VLE lah. I have already uploaded them in the VLE as well. So exercise, yeah. Siapa tadi tu? Ada nak tanya ke? Tak dengar. Ulang balik. Halo.
Assalamualaikum tu.
Salam, ya.
Saya tak submit lagi lah task 1 sebab saya punya laptop ada problem hari tu sir. Macam mana
Tak apa, buat submit je. Jangan tak submit. Sebab attendance saya ambil berdasarkan attendance untuk assessment, saya akan ambil berdasarkan kepada submission.
Kalau saya hantar sekali dengan task tu nanti boleh sir?
Hantar, tapi hantar pada link yang berbeza lah. Task 1 hantar kat task 1, task 2 hantar kat task 2.
Okay, alright sir. Sorry sir for the inconvenience.
Alright. No problem. Okay, so we move on to next part of designing your PCB, where you'll be introduced into generating your what we call it, the PCB file lah. Okay, so I want you to open your Altium and then open up your task 2 circuit. Okay, so I'll be opening my task 2 file, open project. I save them on my desktop. PCD exercise 2, project.pcb. Okay, so make sure when you are opening your file, you open the project.pcb file. Don't just open your exercise file. Okay. We want your circuit to be open completely in terms of their project lah. So you have your exercise 2.project.pcb and then your exercise 2 schematic document. So this is your second circuit, which you have learned during our first lecture, and then as this is also has become the circuit for your task 2 basically. Okay, yang you submitted masa hari semalam, hari Isnin, sorry. Right? So this is the same circuit lah basically. So that's why I've told you earlier, assessment for PCD ni senang je. As long as you attend the team session, you will not be having any problems for your task lah. Okay. Anyone, ada siapa-siapa nak tanya ke? Saya dengar macam ada yang nak bercakap. Ada ke? Alif Aikal. Kalau ada apa-apa tanya ya. Along the way, if you have any problems, you don't understand, terus je tanya. Jangan tunggu hujung-hujung baru tanya. Alright. Okay, so according to this slide, what we have to do is we are about to create our first PCB from our second circuit. Second exercise, task 2 circuit. Alright. So what you have to do is you go to the file tabs on the left hand side tabs of the software here. Okay, now normally you are at the project tabs. Okay, you go to files tab. Okay, and then under new from template, you click on PCB board wizard. So this one, new from template. If you couldn't find them, just close this option. Okay, and dekat atas ni you boleh closekan dia so that you are able to find the PCB template ni. Okay, so click on PCB board wizard, this one, yeah, PCB board wizard. Alright, some of you might not be able to see them. Just make sure that these things are minimized lah. Minimize these things. So you boleh nampak PCB board wizard here lah. So click on it. The Altium Designer new board wizard windows will come out, and then this wizard will help you create and set up a new PCB. It will take you through some simple steps to define the board layout, manufacturing parameters, and layer information. So click on next. Here, if you use, okay, this is the units that we are using. We will be using matrix lah. Okay, always choose metric. Okay, metric normally for metric we are using the SI unit application lah. Alright, so once you click on metric and then click on custom. Okay, so this is board type what we are using, because we have a lot choices, a lot of choices of the board size that we want to use. Okay, if you look at this one, this is an example of a PCB board. Okay, the green board. Okay, ni dia punya port untuk you masukkan into its slots lah. Okay, okay, this long card 3.3 volt 64 bit ni normally you can find lebih kurang macam you punya RAM lah, RAM of your computer, of your PC. Okay, so if you look at this type of board, this PCB board, it has a slot as well here, dia punya pin. Alright, so there are many choices that you can choose from this choose board profile lah. But as for now, just leave it as custom and then click on next. Alright, and then choose the outline shape to rectangular, and then the board size to becomes the width of 160 mm and height of 100 mm. Alright, so rectangular. I've chose, sorry, metric. Saya tak tekan tadi rupanya. Okay, metric, next, custom, next. Okay, 160 mm for width and 100 mm for height. So the dimension layer, mechanical layer 1, boundary track, dimension line, and out distance from board edge 1.3 mm, just let them be. Okay, and then click on dimension line. So title block, this is basically, it's up to you. If you want your title block to be displayed on your PCB, just leave this tick here. If not, then you can move them lah. Okay, but the dimension line, please let them be so that we know the size of the board. Okay, and then click on next. You have the signal layers 2, the power lanes 2. Alright, so power lanes, set them as 0, the signal layers as 2, and then we are using the through hole vias only. So power planes to 0, signal layers to 2, and then click on next, through hole vias only, because we are designing PCB boards with a through hole components. Okay, so what is through hole components? For example, your resistors, your capacitors, okay, which has, for example, capacitors, you have 2 pins. Okay, 2 kaki dia tu. Resistor pun ada 2 kaki. So those LED pin, okay, we want them to go through your boards. So we are not using SMT technologies. Okay, for now we are using through-hole technologies lah. Okay, and then choose component and routing technologies. The board has mostly, okay, we are having through-hole only. We don't have surface mount SMT. We have through-hole, and then the number of tracks between pads. Okay, so we are using through-hole, means that it is like this lah. Surface mount, it is like this, means that it is not going through your board. Okay, the components pins will only be placed on the board and then you soldered them. But for pin through hole means that you are creating holes on the on your PCB board, and then you are letting the holes to get through. All right, then you solder it from below lah. So we choose through hole components, and number of tracks, make sure 1. Okay, make sure between 2 pads only allowed 1 track to be designed between them. Okay, you may design up until 3 here, but the tracks will be very small and errors normally easily happen. Okay, as for now, just stay on 1 track. Alright, the track and wire size, just let them be for now. We can change them later on. So means that this is your track. What is the minimum size? Okay, and then the wire size. What is the width? What is the hole size? Okay, and then the minimum clearance between 2 tracks, 0.3 millimeter. Okay, so for now, just leave this value in their default value lah. So now we are done. We are complete. We have completed the board PCB board wizard design, and then click on finish. You will have a new PCB board tab will appear on your exercise 2 on your circuit lah. Okay, for me this one lah. Okay, now so instead of only having the schematic, I have my PCB board now. Okay, so if you couldn't find it on this tab here, don't worry, just click on this project tab again. Okay, then you will find the PCB board PCB document somewhere down here lah, here. Alright, okay, obviously it is classified as free document because we haven't saved the PCB board yet. So it means that it is independent. It is not related to any project. Okay, so so it is still like this. What we have to do is drag the PCB1.pcb document to your exercise 1 just now. So just drag them to go here. Okay, so now the free document folder has gone, and then the PCB1.pcb document is already linked with your exercise 2.project.pcb file. Okay, so you have to save them lah. The best thing you have to do, save them with the same name of your schematic. So I want to name them as exercise 2 as well. Okay, so make sure that it is not red anymore. Okay, so you have now exercise 2 schematic and exercise 2 PCB. Okay, so this is your PCB, this is your schematic. Okay, don't worry if you have your PCB blank because you haven't done anything yet. So we just set up the PCB surfaces so that we are able to convert our schematic to become this part here. All right, and then you can see the this is the legend. Okay, the one that I told you if you want to tick them or if you want to untick them. All right, this is the the measurement, okay, 157.46 and 67.46 millimeter. I said just now 160 to 100, so this is acceptable lah. Okay, means that the range of this purple line, right? We are taking the what we call it just now, the edge. Which one? This one, yeah. I'll show you. Boundary. Okay, here. The keep out distance from board edge 1.3 millimeter. So that is why the measurement of your purple line here is not exactly 160 millimeter and 100 millimeter, because it is taking the measurement of the edge just now, 1.3 millimeter. Okay, so that is why it is not exactly 100. All right. Once you're done, then we have to go to the next step, to the annotation of the schematic. Okay, so last week I've explained to you regarding the problem of your, what we call it, the name of each components. If you have already done, for example, this one, you change to R1, for example. Okay, and this has a name itself, which is R2, for example. Okay, so you can do that manually by yourself. Okay, while you are designing your schematic. But before you convert this schematic to your PCB, in this part, you have to go through to this step, to the annotate schematic steps. All right, so to make sure you are on your schematic document, go to Tools, Annotation, and then click on Annotate Schematic. So the summary, annotation is enabled for all schematic documents. Part will be matching using two parameters, all of which will be strictly matched. Okay. So if you look at this proposed change list, what happened is, now the designator of the components, just now I changed two of them, R1 and R2. But still, I have another 2R without their labels. One diode, two capacitors, and one IC. So if you look at them, they are still question mark after their designator. C question mark, C question mark, D question mark means that it still has no specific labels. So these annotation configurations will help you to change all of the components which still has no designator to have their own designator lah, to have their own names. Okay, and then to make sure that there are no crossover components. For example, if you have 4 resistors but you have 2 of them with the same name, R1 and R1. Okay, so that is what these steps are supposed to do. Dia kena make sure there are no components yang sama nama ataupun yang tak ada nama langsung. Okay, so once you are here, update the number 1, you click update change list, and then it will tells you how many changes has already been made, and then click on OK. All right, so I'll click on update change list because I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 without their designator yet. So update change list, so 6 changes were made from previous state, and then 6 changes were made from original state. And then click on OK. Now if you look at the proposed designator, all of them has already given with their own respective personal designator lah. U becomes U1. Okay, just now these two has no designator, become R3 and R4. C1 and C2, D becomes D1. Okay, and then you have to click on accept changes, then create ECO. Okay, means that we are happy with the proposed designator. Click on accept, and then you click on execute changes, so that all of your designator in your PCB, in your schematic will change. Okay, so make sure all the status of check and done for all of the modification. For mine, there are 6. Okay, for you might depends on the number of components that you haven't changed their name lah. If you haven't changed any of them, so there will be 8 of them. All right. Make sure all are checked. Green check. Okay, this green check identifies that it has already been changed in your schematic just now. Okay, here ensure the check and done status is all correct, and then you can check on your schematic. Click on close and close again. Now all of my components have their own designator. Okay, C2, C1, U1, rest 1, this is for 7K. D1, R4. So where is my R3? R2, R3. Moment ya. R3, R4, R1. So this should be my R3 lah, okay. Okay, the designator is R3 here. Alright, so now you have all of your components with their own designator. Okay, so always check on this plane here. Make sure that this rate is saved. Don't let them be in their rate state, means that you haven't saved them. So click on save to make sure that you save the new changes that you have made to your schematic just now. Okay, so you have all your components with different designator. Okay, we don't want any crossover lah, means that you have different components with name designator. Then your circuit will be haywire. Maksudnya dia akan langsung tak akan betul lah, circuit itu akan jadi salah. Now, still on your schematic, you go to design and then click on update PCB document exercise 2.pcb document. Alright, so this window will pop out, and then you click on execute change and then ensure the check and done status is all correct. Okay, so execute changes. Okay, make sure all of them are checked. Check and status are green check lah. But mine, I have problem for U1 for exercise 2.pcb document because the footprint not found in the IPB. Okay, you might be having the same problem later on bila you create your own circuit lah nanti. Okay, so what basically happen is, I'll tell you. I'll delete first my PCB just now. I'll tell you why. Now, for this NE555 here, I don't have the install libraries for this component. That's why I'm having problems when I execute them just now. Okay, what I have to do, I have to install them first lah. Desktop here. Okay, library winter. ST microelectronics and then ST analog timer. ST analog timer open. Okay, and then what should I look at? Okay, I don't know why all of my libraries are missing. Okay, never mind, I'll go into my folder first. Public documents, Altium, library Altium, where is it? Open. Okay, now I have mine and then Motorola. Motorola power management voltage regulator. Okay, close. So now I have all of my libraries here. Okay, so normally what happens to me just now caused by library problems. Might be that you are having problems like what I'm having just now. My libraries are all removed. Okay, or you change the destination of your folder, might also cause this lah. So don't worry if you have these things, this type of problem, just make sure check your library back and then make sure that the library is there. If the library are not listed here, means that you have to install them first. Okay, so I'll move back to the steps of update my PCB document. And then I want to execute changes. Okay, so now my timer has no problem. Means that the check and done is okay. It gone through. Okay. For what happened just now, it is marked as red check. Means that there are problem with it because of my library. Alright. So once this is okay, and then click on close, then you have your PCB, what we call it, output, which is normally attached on the side of your PCB just now. Okay, so bila saya close, dia akan ada kat tepi ni. Alright. Okay, now what I have to do is I just drag all of the PCB design that has already been created just now and then place them somewhere in the middle of your PCB lah. Okay, and then I want to move this red box. I don't like the red box. Okay, now I have all of my PCB design of my schematic here previously designed on my PCB board. So just check the number of components. It should be the same with the number of components which are available in your schematic. So 1, 2, 3, 4 resistors, 2 capacitors, 1 diode, and then you have 1 timer. Okay, so resistor R1, R2, R3, R4, capacitor 1, 2, 1 diode, and then I have one of my timer IC. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 components. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so means that you are okay. If you are missing any number of components, for example, you have 7 or 6, so please check back your schematic, save them again, do the annotation, and then you design the PCB document exercise. Redo them again. Okay. Alright, so I'll delete this first. I'll show you my steps again. Alright, once you have this circuit, this schematic of yours, you just go to tools, annotation, annotate schematic. Okay, update changes. If there are no changes, so no changes made, so just click on OK, and then click close. Once they are all of the components have their own annotation and have their own names, designator, then you can go to design and then update the PCB. So these steps here, make sure all of them are green check. Okay, so click on execute changes. Okay, so all are green check, means that they are okay. If they are red, check. So go back to your schematic and then look for your libraries. Might be that your libraries are missing. Okay, once you click close, and then the components of your PCB will be pasted here. So just drag them to go in the middle of your PCB, and then now we have to rearrange them lah. Okay, and then make sure the number of component is correct. So you have 8 components here. Make sure there are 8 components here as well. Okay, then what else? We go to rules. This is routing. Under routing, expand it, click on new rules, and then we click the power and the width sizes. So go to mana tadi? Design. Go to rules. Okay, so design rules. So the rules, PCB rules and the constraint editor windows will pop out. Click on routing, and then you click on the width. Okay. So under width here, this is the original size track. So we can change the size track of your whatever, your normal lines, or your power, or your VCC lines, or your ground lines. Okay, so we are creating for power. So under the width just now, right click on the width, and then click on new rules, and then change the names to power. Okay, so once you have changed the names to power, you click on the advanced query here. Okay, custom query. So here you have to type in these things. Innet, exactly like this, yeah. Open bracket, innet, open bracket, 5 volt, close bracket, or innet, open bracket, ground, close bracket, close bracket. Okay, so you kena type benda ni dekat dalam tu. So I'll be typing mine. Open bracket, innet, open bracket, plus 5 volt, or net, open bracket, GND, close bracket, close bracket. Okay, so once you are done with typing them, and then click priorities. So down here you have priorities. So make sure power is always on top. Okay, ensure the rules of power width at the highest priorities. Okay, power mesti kat atas. If no, you can change them by decreasing or increasing. For example, if my width is number 1, so just decrease them, make sure power is on top. Okay, and then click on close. So you have your power as your first priority. The second one, width, is your second priority. Okay, and then set the wire size. This one just now you have the what we call it, the summary before you close your setup, right? So it will gives you the what we call it, the default value as this one lah. Okay, 0.254, 0.254. So you can change this from here. Okay, let's say if you want the value to become 0.5. Okay, so 0.5. This one to become 0.7. So everything are changeable. This one is 0.3. Tak ada masalah, boleh. Okay. Alright, so that is for the power and width. So once you are done with that, and then click on apply. So you are accepting the changes that you have made. Okay, one thing that we have to check, Okay. I will be having problems later on in my design because of what I have done just now. Okay, so design rules. So if you look at this power query builder, the custom query, I have put them as the innet of plus 5 volt or the innet of GND. Okay, if I check back into my design, the GND I'm using for ground is the same name, but the 5 plus 5 volt for the VCC I'm using are not having the same name. I'm using VCC. So later on, after I've completed my PCB design, when I'm placing all the components on the PCB and then solder them, I will be having problem with the VCC because why? Because they are not having the same name. So this part here of the rules for the power just now, the one that you have typed in, the name of the VCC has to be the same with the one that you are designed. You have designed in your schematic. So for mine, it is VCC. So for yours, you should make sure that they are the same with your design in your schematic lah. So this is for VCC, which is according to my schematic here. I'm using VCC as the name for my VCC. And then ground, I'm using the same name, JND. So let's say here you are using plus 5 volt. This one as well, plus 5 volt. So save them first and then you go back to your PCB under the design rules. So this one you have to change them to plus 5 volt as well. Okay, so means that you are linking these things together lah. Okay, so kalau salah nama, dia tak akan ada persamaan. So now I'm changing them to plus 5 volt because I've changed my VCC on my schematic here to plus 5 volt as well. So that is up to you. Whatever names you are using here, make sure on this part of rules for the power, you change this name and this name as what you are using in your schematic. Nama mesti sama dekat dalam schematic untuk ground dengan power. Okay, that is for routing. Then we go to vias. Mana ya? Aku dah lupa moment. Routing via style. Okay. So routing. Okay, here routing via style. Click on routing via style. So here, this is the default value which we can change the values up into the values that we are using. Because why? We want to the value of the vias and the whole to be sufficient for the components that you'll be using. Okay, kita tak nak dia terlampau besar. Bila you masukkan kaki resistor tu, dia longgar. You terpaksa solder banyak. That is not a good practice lah. So we want them to be minimally from the size of the exact size of the pin that you are using. Kita tak nak dia terlampau besar. Kita minimizekan the size just to fit the size of the pin so that we can solder them beautifully. Alright, because soldering is very important. Too much solder will compromise your circuit basically. Okay, in terms of the heat applied to your PCB. So that is what we are we don't want lah. Okay, the things that we have to make sure doesn't happen. So we change the values of the diameter to 2 for maximum, minimum and preferred. And then the via hole size to become 0.7, 0.7, 0.8. So just change the value lah. So this is 2 millimeter, 2 millimeters, and then here 0. Okay, this is just like them be lah, but I would prefer 0.8 lah. Okay, minimum, maximum, and preferred as 0.8. So that is the size of this hole. The via diameter is the pad size. Ni, benda yang orange ni. Okay, so we can set them here. and then click OK, click apply. Okay, so click OK. Oh, apply dah hilang terus. Tak apalah. Okay, and then I click apply. Alright, so now I already set the rules of the size of the what we call it, the VCC and ground track, and then the normal tracks as well as the wire size. Okay, now if you look at the status of your PCB, it is red, so make sure you always click on the save button lah. Okay, any new changes, save. Ada perubahan je, save. Jangan tak save. Kalau you tak save nanti, kalau ada apa-apa hal, ada problem, then you will not be having the latest version of your design. Okay, layout routing. So place the component and arrange inside the PCB board. Interactive routing, that is for if you want to do interactive routing, means that you want to do it by yourself lah. But we use what we call it, auto routing. That is better. Okay, so next step is arrangement before we route them. Okay. For good practice of designing your PCB board, we normally have to make sure that the arrangement of the component, the same components are placed at the same part of your PCB so that it will be neat. Okay, kita nak PCB kita kemas. So, same component at the same part of your design. So, kita susun lah. For example, here R1, R2 and R4, they are basically the same size. Sorry, R2, R3 and R4. But R1, it is not the same because it is a potentiometer. Potentiometer is resistor, boleh ubah lah. Okay, so you may arrange, okay, something like this lah. This is too big. Okay, I'll put them timer here first. Okay, and then I put the capacitor here. Okay, so this looks good lah for me. Okay, make sure they are all in yellow color. If you have green colored something like this, okay, meanings that these components are placed on top of each other. They are crossover between each other. So that is what something we don't want lah. Okay, so this is good. I think this is okay for me. Okay, but you have the whole lot bigger size of your PCB, so you can place jarak-jarak pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Okay, because this is your first exercise on designing your PCB, so it doesn't matter lah. But later on, when you are designing your own boards, for example during your FYP, okay, what we want basically, normally you want the smallest circuit as you can design. Okay, so that you will only having to design to create a small PCB. Okay, kita tak nak circuit kita, board kita besar-besar macam tu. Okay, better the smaller. Okay, for example of this size, so that is what we are looking for lah. But don't worry for this one yet because it is your first exercise. Okay, so you can arrange as you prefer lah. Okay, so I think this is okay for me. So I'll save them first and then we will go to the routing part. Okay, so you go to route, click on auto route and all. Okay, so click route, auto route and then all. So the Citus routing strategies windows will pop out. And then dia akan ceritalah apa yang ada di sini, you boleh baca lah kalau you nak baca. Alright, just click on route all and then wait for the messages to stop, meaning that it has route all of them, and then click on the close windows here, and then you have all the lines of your PCB, thing like that. Okay, So what is the differences between red lines and the blue lines? You can look into the tabs on the bottom of your PCB here. Okay, the red line is for top layer. The blue line is for your bottom layer. So, for example, if this is your PCB board, so you'll be having two sides of your your design track. Okay, so the red line will be placed on the top side of the PCB board, the blue lines on the bottom side of the PCB board. So that is what blue and red colors line representing lah. This is your mechanical, okay, the colored. So you can choose here lah. Okay, so if you look at this design, means that they will be okay. Tak ada crossover or apa-apalah, tak ada yang melintang or everything. Okay, here you can see this blue line and these red lines are having a crossover. But basically tak. Sebab apa? Sebab red line ni dekat atas, blue line ni dekat bawah. So they are basically tidak melintasi sesama sendirilah. Okay, just make sure blue line doesn't cross over another blue lines or red lines cross over another red lines. Itu sahaja. But basically when you click on auto route, dia akan buat secara auto sebenarnya. You tak perlu risau pun. Maksudnya dia dah tak ada apa-apa problem lah. Alright. Let's say if you are not satisfied with your design, you can unroute them. So click on route, unroute all. So it will move all of the blue and red lines. So you can rearrange your circuit lah. So sekarang saya arrange maximum lah. Saya nak circuit saya jadi kecil, tak nak besar-besar. Okay, so I just place everything like that. Okay, so saya nak dia nampak more engineering lah. More engineering approach lah. Saya tak nak dia terlampau besar macam tadi. Okay, so I'm happy with this. None of them are having their, what we call it, the body crossover. Body crossover of each of the components tak ada. Okay, so I just route them. So this will looks better lah sebenarnya. Yang ni lagi nampak betul macam engineering lah. So there. Alright. It is very small, very compact and neat. Tak terlampau besar. Okay, so red and blue, of course, in terms of this diagram, you akan nampak macam dia ada crossover. But basically, there are none. There are no crossover. Okay, because blue is on the bottom part, the red line are on the top part of the of your layer. Okay, so according to the note, so this is basically the design for circuit 2 lah. Okay. Alright, so that is how that are the steps of designing your PCB. Okay, so you have about, basically in the notes, the notes are showing the step by step of what you have to do basically. Okay, so senang je sebenarnya. Okay, there are 37 slides, but 34, 35 slides of them are the steps on how you convert your, what we call it, your schematic into your PCB. So basically, from this schematic, you have successfully convert them to become PCB. Okay, so once you have this, then you can start to design your PCB on your PCB board. You can cut them, you can drill the holes, and then you can place all the components, solder, and then you can do the next steps of designing your project lah. Okay, that is for your final year project later on lah. Okay, so these steps are very important in terms of making sure that the components are all there, the connections are okay, the tracks are connected as how they should be. Okay, they are differed into 2 layers, bottom and top, and the size, that is up to you. You are the one who have the power to decide on which size you preferred lah. Okay, So there will be no crossover between connections of the components. So, okay, I think that's it for task 2. And then save your work. And then save your project as well. Where's your save project? Okay, so means that I have saved all of my circuits for the design of my exercise 2, circuit number 2 for my schematic and my what we call it PCB. Okay, now if I check back into my PCD exercise folder where I saved my folder just now, last week, in my exercise 2, I have new files which has already been created, which just has been created just now. First, we have the project PCB file. Last week, we designed them. And then the schematic document as well, that is also last week. But the PCB document file, that is the one that you have created this week. Okay, so that is what you learn today lah, creating this thing. Okay, now if you look back to this creating PCB, slide the last, okay, exercise 2, design for 15 minutes. Design the PCB layout for exercise 1 circuit. So produce the PCB with a larger component pad and vias, and then minimize the jumper. So these are the tips that you are about to do for your circuit number 1 or your task 1. Okay, yang you submit dekat saya task 1 tu. Okay, so you go back to your exercise 1. Kalau you compare, okay, so this is my exercise 1. I open a new window. And I'm opening my exercise 2 folder. Now they are not the same anymore because this thing, these 2 things and these 3, okay, they are new. Okay, they are new things which we've done just now when we are creating our PCB document. Okay, so this is your exercise 1, your task 1, whatever names that you are using lah. Okay, kalau you pakai task 1 lah. Kalau saya tak buat task 1, you yang kena buat task 1. So saya namakan dia exercise 1. So exercise 1, project dan schematic. Saya belum ada PCB document. Okay, so I want you to try to create the PCB document for exercise 1. Boleh tak kelas? The steps are the same. Sama macam dalam nota ni. Ulang balik je. Boleh tak?
Boleh, sir.
The rest, ada ke tak ni? Ke tak ada? Ke tengah main ML?
Ada sir. Boleh sir.
Oh, ya Alhamdulillah. Kalau ada, okay. Alright, so saya nak you try lah this. Okay, now is 11 minutes after 1. So I want you to try within 10 or 15 minutes by yourself. And then we call our class event. Boleh tak?
Boleh, sir. Boleh,
Boleh. Okay, so that's it for today. Please try your task 1 untuk convert kepada PCB. Okay? You know the reason kenapa you kena buat. Sebab nanti task 3 dengan task 4, these are the things that you have to do. Betul tak? Betul ke tak betul?
Betul, sir.
Sebab task 1 dengan task 2, you buat apa yang you buat masa dalam kelas dan you buat sendiri. Betul? Correct? Okay, so please try to convert your task 1 to become your, what we call it, PCB design. Okay, sebab you do it by yourself lah. Alright, I will end the session here. I'll download the attendance list first. Okay, any question, guys? If you have any questions?
No sir.
No question. Okay, so I'll assume that everyone is okay with my not mine lah, basically with the things that we did just now. Please proceed with your task 1 PCB. If you have any question, if you are if you are shy to ask here, you can ask me privately through WhatsApp or whatever. You can call me kalau you ada problem. Okay. So I'll end the session here for today. Inshallah, I'll see you next week. So please complete your task 1 PCB for your task 3 and task 4 submission next week. Okay. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
Alright.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Sama-sama.
Salam. Thank you, sir.